Hi everybody, and welcome to Josiah is Right. So I have Penny here because we're doing something very special. So recently I asked my friends a very important question. I sent out a survey and asked what they think. And that question was, what are your favorite Disney movies? So we sent out a survey ranking, we being Penny and I, to have them rank every Disney movie because I wanted to know what Disney movies Penny should watch as she grows up. So first things first, she needs the right hat for this. So Judy, the hat please. So Penny, this is Minnie Mouse. She is second in command at Disney, and you will be wearing this awesome hat. So this hat is fresh from Disneyland. We got it yesterday. There we go. So we are off with our top 10 Disney movies as rated by my awesome friends and friends of friends and fans and anybody else that answered my survey.
10. Robin Hood. We begin with the most surprising entry on this list. It's by no means bad, but it beat out Snow White, Alice in Wonderland, Bambi, among other absolute classics. While Little John is basically Baloo from the Jungle Book, down to recycled animation, the film is perhaps the best adaptation of Robin Hood to date. 9. The Fox and the Hound. Next up is surprising, as is from what most consider a very dark period for Disney animation, the early 1980s. However, for most of the people who voted, myself included, it is beloved. Even though as an adult I can now see the cutbacks that went into the animation here, but as a kid, the story of these two friends moved me. Behind the scenes, it was very much a transition film featuring contributions from Tim Burton and John Lasseter, and was also the last film worked on by the last remaining of the 9 old men, Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnston. 8. The Jungle Book. This was Walt Disney's last film as he died during production. It is a true testament to Walt's greatness and his ability to bring out the best in the people working for him. It is perhaps the most musically joyful Disney film ever, as the animal characters allow different styles of music to be explored. 7. Peter Pan. The last Disney film supervised by all 9 of the 9 old men, and the last to be distributed by RKO, as all films after this would be distributed by Disney themselves through Buena Vista. This film is utterly magic. You'll believe a man can, or boy can fly. Just ignore the racist parts. Really, you need to do that a whole lot with the older Disney stuff. A lot, unfortunately. 6. Cinderella. The oldest film on this list, and to me at least, the quintessential Disney movie. It has every element a classic Disney movie should have. The princess, the brave prince, the good and the bad mother figures, a fair dose of terror, and a happy ending. The film was a huge risk for Disney, and its success saved the studio. It also happens to be the first film worked on by all 9 of the not yet old 9 old men. 5. 101 Dalmatians. This is the dog lovers film on this list, or dog haters, depending on your point of view and which character you kind of relate to. As a result of cutbacks and a Xerox animation process, it has a rather unique and more rough look to the animation. It also has the most memorable Disney villain of them all, Cruella de Vil. I don't remember the dogs' names, but I remember hers. Do you remember the dogs' names? If you do, good for you. I mean all of them. Like all the dogs in this movie. 4. The Little Mermaid. The film that brought Disney animation out of the dark ages of most of the 70s and the 80s. It also began a 4-film streak of Oscar wins for both Best Song and Best Score. It's a stylistically more modern take on a classic Disney film, and has my second favorite Disney sidekick characters, Sebastian and Flounder. 3. Aladdin. Robin Williams steals the show as the genie, of course he does, and forced the animators to adapt to fit to his wild and wonderful, often fourth-wall-breaking improvisations. It's also responsible for a ton of VHS clamshells filling landfills as it sold over 25 million copies. Oh, to be a kid in the 90s, which I was. I'm still a kid in the 90s, in my head, anyway. Speaking of being a kid in the 90s, the Sega Genesis game was absolutely amazing, resulting in another 4 million clamshells in the landfill. So recycle your old cases, I guess? 2. Beauty and the Beast. The first, and honestly, only film to be nominated for Best Picture. Sure, Up got nominated, which it deserved, but only after they changed the nominees from 5 to a bloated 10 to sell more tickets to more movies. Which isn't the worst thing in the world. Anyway, it's a film of stunning beauty. Beauty and the Beast, we're talking about again. Ushering in a modern era of hybrid animation, with CGI enhancing traditional animation. Also, Beast is a truly great character. Wait, no, not that Beast. No, not that guy either. Yeah, him. Number 1, The Lion King. The last several films tell you the age of most of the people who rated these films along with myself, to make this list complete. As many of us were kids in the early 90s. We got closets full of clamshell VHS copies of these movies. However, this and those films are truly great films. And this happens to be my personal favorite Disney movie. It is the peak of the early 90s style, giving the film a sense of depth and grandeur. Come on, Elton John and Hans Zimmer. Darth Vader as the good dad? What more could you ask for? Also, it has my favorite sidekick characters, Pumbaa and Timon.
So those are the top 10 Disney movies of all time, according to myself. I also voted in these, according to Judy, and according to all of our great friends. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know any Disney movies I missed out on, any Disney movies that should have been ranked differently, and be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I will see you next time for another awesome top 10 list, and I look forward to doing more of these and sharing great Disney movies with a cool Disney kid. Thank you guys. Penny, can you say bye? Say bye. Thanks.